And here we are, XDRace is back with the grand final. Season 2 is coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the grand final. We are here to witness some exquisite, high quality, top tier multi-environment racing. And we are going to be starting with a map by Butifara. It is Canyon Car on Lagoon, a map called Discovery Island. A very, very good map in my opinion. It has a superb flow. It drives like a knife through butter. It is a really, really good map, which is the reason why I did pick it here for the grand final of the second season in Riolu's XDRace. In case you're new to the format and don't know what the hell you're supposed to witness here, we're gonna see 4 completely unknown long endurance maps. And every player will start at the same time. Depending on your position at the end of the map, you will be granted points. And the points will be relative to the amount of drivers on the server. And we have 100 players on the server. So the server is filled up to the top. Cannot fit any more people in here. So we have 100 players. So the winner of every map will win 100 points and 10 euro as well. So something that I did decide to chip in here, thanks to the help of the community, is a 10 euro bounty for the winner of the map. Season 2 grand final is starting, GLHF, and we're gonna start the race right now. Here we go. Looks like everyone except Maoam has gotten off the start block. First mistake here by Lacious Aro. Ebola Kongan with a bit of a stumble here right at the get-go, but the majority of the drivers have gotten away nicely here through the first couple corners as we go into a tunnel section. So I'm gonna just follow the top players here, because that will be hella exciting, especially on this track, which isn't too long. So we have an author time of 6 minutes 13. I think my best time was like 6 minutes 0 something. So this map is by far the shortest one of this grand final, which is the reason why it's the first one. So you guys can warm up yourselves a little bit here. But Taxon is on a very, very good start here, as we see Sparkling Water making contact with the checkpoint there. But let's take a look at the drivers at the top. Following Lars, Season 1 defending champion, who will unfortunately not have a chance at taking the title in Season 2. Mainly because the United vehicles, the TrackMania United Forever cars that got introduced with Season 2, haven't been quite a good thing for him, unfortunately. So Lars right now finding himself, I think, not even in the top 10 of the season standings in Season 2, so he will only fight for the 10 euro here. As I said, the map winner will receive 10 euro, so maybe Lars can make something happen here in this race. Right now he finds himself on P7. We see the boss right now right in front of him. Voyager making contact with the wall on the outside here, and that will allow Lars to close in. Also to Nod, who doesn't have a lot of speed here, and also Meme, not with a lot of speed. Lars up to second place, is now right behind Taxon, so we have a double lead for Germany actually. Taxon on first with a 900 lead here in his absolutely fantastic yellow Canyon car right here. Piotrunio holding up the flag for Poland. He is steamrolling through a U-turn. It's very nicely done here by Piotrunio. He goes up to second place now, passing Taxon, who didn't really see that hairpin all too nicely, so he will drop down to third place. Bresso, someone who can possibly make it happen. He could win the season if he defeats Marius89 by 8 points in total. And this actually leads me to a question. Where is Marius? Marius is 20th! This is really bad for Marius if you think about it. As I said, there's only 8 points in the total season between Marius and Bresso for the first place, for the victory in the entire season. So it will be a battle between Marius and Bresso. Bresso is on P4, Marius on 17. So right now, Bresso would win the season. Gotta keep that in mind. So it is incredibly spicy here, looking at the top of the season scoreboard. Piotrunio still leading here in front of Lars, going through the next roller coaster section, almost 3 minutes into the track. Dropping down into a little grass section here. Piotrunio rotate his car a little bit to get that turn nicer, but Lars with more speed closes in 900s now. Taxon right behind, Bresso still on 4th, Nod on 5th, Voyager on 6th. Then we have Dragon PNTM, he is on P7. The Portuguese player in his green car. I think it's a... Yeah, it's a Jack skin. That very much looks like a Jack skin. So he is right now also doing very nicely. So close fight here. 3.2 seconds between 1st and 8th. So, very close race here, but then again, it's the shortest map and also the easiest one in my opinion. So, no surprise to see some close races here. We see Hazard now going up to 7th place with a more inside line here, but Dragon fighting back, almost crashes into the obstacle on the outside there. That was really close, but he actually manages to stay intact. Hazard now with the overtake, up to 6th place he goes. And we see a fight for first now. Lars has taken over the lead here. He is now up to 1st. Not on 3rd. Taxon has fell down to 4th. Very, very close battle here. Bresso also in the mix. And we see Marius now closing up. Marius is closing up. And he is now finding himself on 15th place. But he needs to still improve. This position will not be sufficient for Marius89. He needs to get closer to the top here on this map. Of course, we do see 4 maps, so one map doesn't necessarily mean that you're out, but every point will be valuable in this point system. So, what a battle we have here. We have a 4-man battle for P2, and then there's Lars currently 0.7 ahead. And he just shows why he won Season 1, because he's just such a good player when it comes to learning maps on the fly and picking them up in an instant. And this is why Lars actually won every single race in the Season 1. But in Season 2, due to the fact that he didn't play the United environments, now he's a bit of a disadvantage here, unfortunately. But yeah, right now here on Canyon, he shows what he got. He's still in 1st place. Taxon with a bit of a release there. Went a bit too tight into that corner. Will lose out on a bit of time. 0.8 behind Lars. Oh, Piotrunio no sliding. I think he was hoping for the turn to be taken no slide, but it wasn't. So Piotrunio with a wall touch, but is actually closing into Lars as well, who lost a bit of time. Taxon is closing in here. We have a very healthy battle for that 1st place as well. We have only half a second here between the leader and the 2nd place. Piotrunio on 3rd, Bresso on 4th, and not on 5th. So the positions are getting a little bit bigger here. We have maybe half a minute left of the track. Not getting overtaken by 2 drivers, Hazard and Voyager. 2 Scandinavian players passing Nod, who got 2nd in the Canyon TTC just a few days ago. So this is an environment where he could definitely shine through. Lars still in the lead here. Let's take a look. We're coming towards the end of the track, and it looks like Lars is going to take this one home, even though 0.7 of a second is lost within an instant. So one mistake by Lars, and it could be over and out. We're coming down to the end, and just a few corners remaining here for the German drivers. The last roller coaster section right here, and it looks like Lars will win the first map here, I think. Not much left of the track left here, and it will be Lars winning. Taxon now down to 1 second. Nobody's going to beat the alter time by Butifara. Piotrunio is on 3. Oh, but Bresso is closing in with a bit more speed. He could maybe overtake Piotrunio here at the end, but it's not going to be enough. Only 200ths of a second between Piotrunio and Bresso after 6.5 minutes of driving. Absolutely unbelievable. Lars would win in front of Taxon. Then we have Voyager 006 on 6th, on 5th place, I mean. Not on 6th, Hazard on 7th, and the boss on 8th. Marius came away with P12 at the moment. So that is something we will definitely have to look out again. So here we see all of the players finishing now. We have this nice upwards jump here using the roller coaster piece. And then you just yeet yourself into the air, finishing off the track. But yeah, looks like a lot of people enjoyed this track. And so did I. As I said, this track is just really, really good. So I'm happy that everyone is coming through nicely. Very, very nice to see. So we see Klovnius now, just resubbed here on Twitch. Now he finds himself in the air. Lurk, Mr. Trolley Moly, a lot of fellow viewers right here. Ukapuk, Helby, Vertex, Harest, Lex, Janik, very nice, very nice. We see Roland's brother and Krupmeister and Mawam, who actually missed the start. Mawam missed the start, but he actually managed to not even get last. PogChamp. We see Richard Face, CB Tick, RDG Spinner. Everyone is slowly closing in here. And the finish timeout of 7 minutes should be sufficient to reach the finish line here, even if you're a little bit of a slower driver. Oh, good call. Actually forgot the XDRace logo. Thanks. So I saw Janik missed a checkpoint. That is very unfortunate. I wonder where he missed a checkpoint. Because I thought this map was, yeah, sufficient enough in terms of pathfinding. Didjok coming up here. Let's take a look at him. He's closing in to the finish line on P97. So, always appreciate that also the slower players participate here in this event to have some fun. That is really, really awesome. But I'm not sure if he's gonna make it, actually. He has a 6-minute delay. And the finish time was 7 minutes. I think Didjok might have a bit of trouble reaching the finish line. But let's see. Let's see. So, what's gonna be coming up will be 3 maps of a bit higher difficulty. The next one is gonna be a map by Lars, who just won the map. By the way, Lars, congratulations to your €10. And yeah, the next map is going to be Valley Car on Valley, built by Lars. And that map is probably the most technical Valley map that I have ever played in my life. So that map will put your drifting skills to a test. The map will include a lot of gravel, a lot of grass, a lot of drifting. There's barely anything that you don't drift. And even though Valley is not really a drift-heavy environment, that map is going to twist everything around. Also, Luola, about the map scoring, I did think a lot about what's the most fair point distribution, but I think having bigger gaps between the points also makes it a bit unfair for those that are, let's say, environment experts. So let's say you're a stadium main and you win the stadium map, then even if you play like trash on the other environments, you will still like have a better chance than other drivers who are a bit more consistent on all environments. If that makes any sense. So I was trying to keep it kind of balanced and a bit more tight as well, to have more tight battles across the whole race. That was kind of my gist behind it, if that makes sense. And Lars is of course not going to play his own map. The mappers always have to sit out. But they will get points for the race, depending on their average position on the other 3 maps. So don't you worry about it. Lars will not play his own map. That would be that would be unfair. Yeah, definitely. Can people get €20 for 2 maps? Yeah, if they deserve it. Hell yeah, of course. Definitely.
Epic.
Nixotica, that is truly epic. I do agree. Thank you for the resub, man. Thank you, thank you. So we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left here for Didjok to reach the finish line. Alrighty. So, got that done here. I hope I didn't miss any question here in the chat or in Twitch or whatever. Hello, Bally B. Oh, this is gonna be a time crunch for Didjok. I think he can make it, actually. I think he can make it. He's there. He's gonna make it. PogChamp. He did it. GG'd it. Didjok reached the finish line. Epic. And look at the positivity here. Everyone congratulating that man to reach the finish line. This is what I love about this. This is what I love about this. Everyone is just so sportsmanlike. I do appreciate this. So, we're coming to the end here of map number 1. Map number 2 is gonna be a bit of a different race, I think. So, from a close race here, we're gonna go to a hell of a technical map. Into the valley we go. No, Fabian. The most that you can get is 30 if you're a mapper. Thanks for the 7-minute timeout. Yeah, no problem, man. This is exactly what I put it in for. So, Excursion is the map name. 15 minutes of an author time, and I highly doubt anyone is even gonna come close to this. So, this map is gonna be rustling your jimmies left, right, and center. Just looking at these turns, oh my god. $O, $W, don't forget to drift XD. So, we have castles, we have gravel, we have sand, we have dirt, we have the most technical valley map, as I said, that I have ever seen. I'm actually gonna put up the time limit even higher, because I just want to make sure. So let me put it up to 480. I'm gonna give you 1 extra minute, just to make sure. Just to make sure. So this map is huge. It is huge. So Lars is in spectator mode. He is not allowed to play. And after the final warm-up, we're gonna start map number 2 of the season final. So yes, this pretty much displays how the whole race is gonna go. People finding themselves in the water and stuff like that. And here we go, starting map number 2. Oh, Arkin with a respawn. Nice. Alright, here we go. I have no idea who's gonna take this one. Marius will probably have very good chances to redeem himself. Marius is a very good Valley player. And after his... where did he get actually? 13th place on map 1. He has a chance to redeem himself and to secure himself the slot in the winning spot here of the season final. So let's go into the race. You see, this is left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. It is... we have so many different surfaces here. We have, as I said, we have gravel, we have sand, we have dirt, we have grass, we have tarmac, we have pavement, we have everything, man. Everything is slapped into this track. And whoever will be able to read this map the best and wind himself the best around all of those tight corners and hairpins and everything is going to be the victorious player. So I have no idea actually who's going to win this one. I think it could be pretty much anyone who knows how to valley a bit. So, right now, Marius is finding himself on 7th place. Spam is doing good here. Spam, where did he place after the first map? Let me take a look. He got 27th on the Canyon map. So here in Valley, he can certainly make up for a good difference. He's right now on 5th place, which is a very good position for the Dutch player. Finding himself right behind Mini, who goes for a bit of a wrong approach there. Didn't see that he could just cut to the inside there. So Spam will capitalize. Goes up to 4th now. Let's take a look further ahead. We have Solide Zeehond. He is on 3rd place right now. And I really dig this car skin, by the way. This car skin is amazing. I want this. He's right now on 3rd place. Very good performance for him so far. Voyager on P2. And Taxon right now leading. So Taxon doing once again very well here. And I think he is also someone who could take the victory on a map like this. He is familiar with maps like this. And he also has the required skill and the required focus to make it happen. But he's being chased down. We see Voyager actually closing in here. Now only 0.28 of a second. And Voyager trying to make something happen. I'm not sure if Voyager is playing with cars on here. Oh, Voyager! Flipping into the checkpoint. But he is able to reach it, so he can respawn. But that is going to be a hefty time loss right there for the Norwegian player. From 2nd to 5th he goes. That was very, very unfortunate. Oh, someone bonked there. Oh. Someone bonked there a little bit. But we have a great battle here. Mini Marina, Spam, Voyager, and Marius89. Now we're coming into a bit of a tunnel section. This is very, very tight. We have 180 corners. We have 90 corners. And whoever knows how to drift cancel and brake trick will definitely be an advantage here. And yeah, this track will make your mind twist. This one is going all over the place. Taxon seems to be really doing really well here, though. He is 3.5 seconds ahead already. Do they know the tracks? No, the tracks are unknown. Nobody knows the track. Mini Marina now taking over that 2nd place. Very nicely done here by the UK Valley legend here. Marius and Voyager really close to each other here as we go into the next castle section. Spam gripping really nicely. Did you see how well he used the cobblestone on the outside? This is what I call a 2012 world champion. Spam up to 3rd. Oh, but he crashed. He crashed on the inside. Spam with a bit of time loss. Oh, is struggling a little bit here on the tarmac. But he's still well in. Bresso is on 8th. So, Marius' direct opponent right now on P8. Oh, Marius? No, that was the same guy. Or the same car skin, but it was another guy. That got me confuzzled a little bit. Let's take a look at the front. Mini still 3.2 seconds behind Taxon. So, this man wants some money, I think. Taxon wants the 10 euro. And he's doing amazingly. Taxon also streaming his POV. One of the fellow active TrackMania streamers here. And he's navigating himself really nicely through the grass section here. Voyager getting overtaken by Mini here in the meantime. Marius on 4th and Spam on 5th. So let's just follow Spam here for a little bit more. He gives us a good overview over what's happening. He is 6.2 seconds behind the leader. 5.5 minutes into the race. We are a 3rd through at the moment. So this map seems like it's never going to end. It is such a long map. It is really difficult to get through. As you can see, like, this is going to be another section. It's just such a versatile map. It has a little bit of everything, as I said. So now we have a little bit of a go-kart section here. Where you have to squeeze yourself just in between all of these corners here. Make sure that you don't hit the barriers. Because the barriers can make you easily flip. So sliding is very important. And also drift cancelling. Oh, Marius hit his forehead on the ceiling there. And that is going to lose him a bit of time. Marius down to P5. Marius squishing himself right under there. Hopefully he will not need an aspirin there for the remaining 2 maps. So he will drop down to 5th place, which is good for Bresso. He's on 9th, behind Piotrunio. Oh, Taxon! Wait, what? Taxon writes ++ while he's winning the map. What? What? Taxon! Oh, the jinx. But he's still 7 seconds ahead. Like, he could afford this even. He ++s, he crashes, and he's still ahead. What a gamer. Oh my god, the BM is real. And Spam is up to P2. Spam, the Valley legend, is up to 2nd place now. He's passing Voyager for that 2nd place position. Oh, bonk! Voyager doesn't make the transition right there. And that will allow Spam to get away. He also hit his forehead right there. But not as badly as Voyager, who had to completely reset right there. And also from Mini, this is a good opportunity to set his 3rd place in stone. Mario still on 5th, followed by Hazard and Bresso. The Solide Zeehond has fallen behind a little bit here. Xrex with a good 9th place so far, right ahead of Mr. Cinemini. Then we have who goes into the rocks. Ibo taking a little bath, gets passed by Larence. Aibo down to 14, right ahead of Dragon PNT. Ah, Aibo! Massive blunder right there. Full contact with the wall there. Very unfortunate. Let's take a look what's happening at the front again. Spam 4 seconds down, so Taxon has gotten away a little bit again. After his small mistake. So the positions are now kinda set in stone, but here it's getting exciting again. Voyager versus Mini Marina for P3. Let's take a look at what's gonna happen here. We go through a bit of dirt. Tight 90, Voyager with more speed. Nicely done here, and he's also getting the inside line here. Passing Mini Marina now for P3. And we're now entering another castle section with a respawn. But hey, where do we respawn? We respawn out of the track. Hell yeah. So out of the track we go, and all the way back to the track again. Taxon in the lead. We see him like right up ahead, followed by Spam, Voyager, and Mini Marina. And now we're driving down the map again, into the map area, into the building zone, and the grass will slow you down just fine enough to get back into the track. Beautiful map, beautiful idea here by Lars. So basically that respawn had a respawn point completely elsewhere on the track, so that you drive down that map decoration around the track, like the mountains and stuff like that. So that's a pretty cool gimmick here, to also give the drivers a little bit of a break, since that long downhill wasn't necessarily difficult to drive. So it's a bit of a breather for this very, very difficult map. But this fight is actually amazing. We have Mini Marina still in front of Voyager 006, but just by a hair. We see Spam up front, who didn't really get the best turn right there. So also Spam is in the mix here for that second place fight. We have a 3-man battle potentially. Spam still with a bit of a lead right here, but that can easily fall apart with the smallest mistake here in the castle section. And Taxon now 5.7 seconds ahead, comfortably extending his lead. So he is looking to indeed get those €10 PayPal right into his account. Spam with a wall touch. Loses a bit of time, but not too much. So he's still ahead. Let's take a look at Marius89. He's still in close pursuit, but there's a 6-second gap between Mini and Marius already. So Marius definitely taking it a bit conservatively here. Voyager, Mini, Spam, Taxon definitely playing much riskier than the other players. But right now, it does seem to pan out for them. Bresso on 7th place. So Marius and Bresso only 1 position apart. Only Hazard is tearing those 2 drivers apart right now. Ooh, Spam has dropped down even further. He is now on 4th place. So this 3-man battle, I think this is going to go on for a while. So let's take a very excited look at what's going to happen here for that 2nd place fight. Voyager 006, Mini Marina, and Spam. We're now 11 minutes into the track. Up the jump we go. Everyone makes it. And then we have this left turn over the bridge. A bit of grass here. So this track is really kind of a crisscross here. It's going everywhere, all over the place. Making good use of all the surfaces that this valley environment has to offer. Such a beautiful environment, very underrated environment in my opinion. So if you like what you see, if you think Valley is cool, then definitely make sure to get it right there. Mini Marina might change his opinion about Valley. He made a mistake right there, but he managed to recover rather nicely. And 11.5 minutes into the track, and these 3 madmen are not even half a second apart from each other! Voyager! Spam full stopping into the wall, but he didn't lose a lot. He actually recovered pretty nicely because the checkpoints weren't too far ahead. Taxon! Taxon is in the mix as well. We have a 4-man battle for the 1st place now. Taxon lost 7 seconds somehow. Bruh. How did that happen? How did that happen? Taxon lost everything. Mini Marina has fallen behind as well. Spam with a reset just in front of the tunnel entrance. And Voyager 006 is now in the battle for 1st place between himself and Taxon. Marius89 took a bit of a different route here, but he's still pretty far ahead. Hazard has managed to overtake him, but let's take a look here what's going to happen here in the top 4 fight. We are in another one of those tight tunnel sections, but in case you notice, there is something odd to this tunnel section. It is a bit different. But I think the drivers won't notice too much anyway. But there's something to this tunnel. With some eagle eyes, you might notice what happened here. Taxon, in the meantime, has actually recovered his lead. He is now 0.7 ahead, or actually a whole second ahead. So Taxon with a good recovery. Taxon with a good recovery, but Voyager is still here to attack. He is lurking in the shadows, and maybe if he has cars on, he will see in case Taxon makes a mistake. Taxon gets through this very, very nicely, though. Through this section he goes, with a lot of risk being involved. Mini Marina 5 seconds ahead. Spam really struggling now. He lost 8 seconds, and I think he's losing a bit of focus now. Spam might be suffering from a bit of broke back right now. He might be losing it a bit. You see his driving is a bit all over the place, so maybe Hazard can actually capitalize on that. But he misses the checkpoint completely, finds himself in the bush, and that will actually allow Marius89 to close in. What a battle we have right here. This is getting all over the place, and Marius now with the overtake. 1 extra point here with this overtake for the German player. Passing Hazard here, but this is super, super close as of now. Almost flipping. Hazard playing the risk card right now. And here we have another respawn. And where do we respawn now? Wow, we respawn in the air. And a set of transitions down the rooftops we go, and we're back. And this battle is insane. We have nothing, absolutely nothing between the top two right now. 0.05 of a second after 14.5 minutes of driving. This is something I absolutely haven't seen coming in this race whatsoever. Voyager now taking over the lead. Taxon making use of the cobblestone to get a bit of better grip into the into the 180 corner there. Nicely done by Taxon, but Voyager also doing a very great job here going through the hairpin corners on the castle section. 0.13 of a second. Now we have a bit of a platform section. Not a lot left on the track. Maybe 1 more minute of driving here, and then we will be done. So these couple corners will be extremely decisive for the final outcome. It is 10 euro on the line right here. Is it going to be Voyager who is going to welcome these 10 euros on his Norwegian bank account? Or is it going to be Taxon who is going to receive 10 euro on his Sparkasse account? Let's take a look. What's going to happen here? The gap is actually getting bigger and bigger. Taxon with another wall touch here, losing out on a bit of extra time. Voyager now 1.4 seconds ahead, but he dies and has to respawn. And this is the chance for Taxon to close it out now. Voyager with a huge mistake, jumping too far, hit the checkpoint, and now Taxon is in the lead. Sparkasse is about to get the 10 euro here. Mini Marina too far behind to make anything happen. He is 10 whole seconds behind. So the only fight we have to look out for is the fight for first on the second map of the season final here. Did Voyager throw away the 10? Maybe he did now. Another mistake by Voyager at the castle exit. And this is going to cost him another 2.5 seconds on top of that. And Taxon wins map 2 and 10 euro. What a race this was. Absolutely unbelievable. Voyager gets second, followed by Mini Marina, who is about to get third place on map 2. Marius with a great recovery. We have lost Spam, actually, who dropped down even further. Marius89 is about to get that fourth place here on map 2. But what a battle that was. Oh my god, I thought he's gonna drive wrong. Marius gets fourth. Bresso right behind. Then we have Hazard, Xrex, and Spam. What a battle! This was half a second between 5th and 8th. Holy crap! This is actually unbelievable. Okay, I need to find the finish now. Where is the finish? Oh, here it is. Okay. Holy hell! What a battle that was. And here we see Mr. Cinemini. Nod! No, he's gonna lose 4 positions. Nod forgot where the finish is. Oh no. Nod with the smiley face as well in the in-game chat. Lost out on 4 positions. That must hurt. Absolutely unbelievable. Here we see Nebo finishing just in front of Turtle Shell. Everyone closing in. Ebola Kongen, Paddy Productions also, Sozi McSoziface in front of Arkin and the boss. But holy shit, what a map this was. I knew that this map is gonna be either holy shit, it's very good, or nah, it's too hard. I was playing a bit of poker here with this one, and so did Lars, obviously. But it would be a shame to leave such a crazy build like this one out of the race. So I'm glad we got this one in. Aona finishing, NFS player reaching the finish line as well. Roland's brother crossing the finish line here. Then we see Tom. Boop. There he goes. Vitty lost. Oh, he got overtaken by Phobos. Oh shit, that is gonna hurt. And it looks like NFS player has missed a checkpoint here. And slowly but surely everyone is closing in. So I hope there won't be too many players who missed a checkpoint. We really tried to make sure that no one's gonna miss any checkpoint. You see, we put a lot of checkpoints here. 308 checkpoints. There were checkpoints pretty much after every corner. A lot of invisible checkpoints as well. And checkpoints that are just there to make respawning a bit more convenient. So, we really try to make sure that no one's gonna miss any checkpoints, but it is inevitable that some players just go, yeah, elsewhere. That's just inevitable. So here we're probably gonna have the losers lounge. all the drivers who missed a checkpoint are gonna meet up here to talk about their problems. Drimken coming in here. Drimken! Where's he going? Drimken has to respawn. Sparkling water in the shed! Sparkling water thought this is the finish. Sparkling water looking for the finish in the shed. I don't blame him though. I don't blame him. Oh man, what a race this is. Let's take a look at some POVs here. Peterson, I think he started late. Let's see what kind of deficit he's gonna be dealing with. Or he's trying to find a lost checkpoint. I'm not sure what he's trying right now. Next map will be $O Stadium. Zyra did finish. You saw the brake lights lighting up after crossing the finish line, so Zyra did indeed finish. He had a bit of trouble joining the server initially, but I'm glad he was at least able to finish the track, so that's great. Blue Sheep. Oh! No, why did it switch? Thanks, game. Ah, there you go. Blue Sheep. Is he on a time here? Let's see. Ooh. Ah, it switched again. Why does the game do this, man? I don't want to watch Hölby. I mean, Hölby looks great and his hair is on point. Yeah, I get it, but I want to watch Blue Sheep. Oh well. Who's on the track? Let's see. We have Boris right now in the corner of the map. Minishu driving Peterson. I think he DC'd or something. Here's the losers lounge. Oh, Zyra actually did not finish. Never mind that. He's standing there. Alright. 1 minute 40. I'm not sure whether there will be anyone still crossing the finish line. But we do have to give these players a chance. Okay, so seems like Zyra actually did finish. It's just that he's still standing there, and normally after you finish, your car disappears after a few seconds. But maybe the server's just having a stroke. I mean, it's Mania Planet after all, so hey. So 1 minute left. Let's can I find Boris here real quick? Yes. I don't think he's gonna finish though. Only 45 seconds left. There are still a few corners coming up. He needs to drive Taxon style here to get through. Don't think he's gonna make it though, unfortunately. But yeah, next map is gonna be Stadium Car on Stadium, built by Freder. Freder has already built a map for Season 1, and he decided to build a map again for the season final, which is very nice. All the maps are, of course, built by the community or by myself, but I am kind of part of the community. So, that counts, I suppose. And Boris, no, he's not gonna make it. He realized he's not gonna make it. Unluco maluco, but here is the GG. Map 2 is coming to an end. Map loaded. That's one step. That is one step. Alright. Map number 3 is underway now for real. We have Interstellar by Freder, a map that is gonna include all the styles that are prominent in the stadium environment. We are gonna see some tech. We do see magnets, you see full speed, you see dirt, you see RPG. You're gonna see everything that you can possibly imagine here on this track, built by Freder, who was also providing a map in Season 1 already. So this is the whole thing. This is a massive build right here. A massive thing. So let's just pretend we did not have any sort of technical problems before, and hide the fact that a few drivers have already seen the map a bit, but I think we are now finally ready to go. I don't see any sort of lag or delay or anything that is worrying anymore. So I think we are going to be good to go. Map number 3 out of 4 in the grand final of Season 2 in Riolu's XDRace. I think we are going to be good to go, or maybe not. Kick Piotrunio. Oof, can I find Piotrunio? Yeah, yeah. Kick. Alright. Hopefully he's gonna be able to join in time, though. But, yeah, we're gonna enter the third map right here. Let's take a look at the scores. So, Taxon is right now leading with 193 points after the first 2 maps, with 4 points of a lead over Voyager 006, who is sitting there with 189. Bresso with 187, and this is important, because Marius 89 has 179. And that is gonna be interesting towards the end of the race, because they're very close in the season standings altogether. Mini Marina 184, Hazard 183, Piotrunio 180, and you see the rest. Let's go into the race, because I'm already missing out on a little bit here. Spam has gotten an early lead. What a surprise. What a surprise that Spam is doing well on Stadium. So right now he is leading just in front of Blackwell for OryxGP, who is most likely also going to deliver a good result. Dog on third, followed by Nod, CC, Voyager 006, and wait, where did Taxon go? Taxon is here. I thought he dropped down even further. So Taxon right now finding himself in the middle of the field right here. Roland. I have not seen Roland in this entire XDRace so far. Roland should be up to a good surprise here on the stadium environment. Let's see what he's going to be burning into the tarmac. He's on 7th place right now, behind Taxon. Has successfully passed Voyager 006. Marius89 has gone a little further ahead here now in a battle with Taxon, the two Germans fighting for position number 8. Marius drifting a bit too much here, though. He's going to lose out on a bit of speed here. But he is still in the mix right here. So Spam apparently has seen the map already due to the technical difficulty. So he is right now in a 1 second advantage. But to be honest, Spam would have done well on Stadium anyway. So A. And Roland has moved up to 3rd place now. 1.2 seconds behind Spam. Roland doing good here for Team Pulse and for Austria. Voyager is on 4th. Amaterasu on 5th place. That's a very good surprise here as well. He is in a battle with Taxon, who drifted a bit too tightly. And this sector, as you can see, quite speed tech heavy. A lot of long drifts where you need to carry that exit speed through. Looks like Taxon is holding that position so far. He's being chased down by CC. And now we have a little bit of a magnet section coming up here where you do want to slow down for... CC didn't get that all too nicely. And also Roland has made a massive mistake. Roland has dropped down multiple positions. And he hits the pole. Roland right into the pole he goes. He had so much time to adjust, but he just decided to go into the pole. So he's going to lose out on some precious time here. In the meantime, let's take a look at Turbo, who is struggling a bit to see that transition. And he falls into the hole right there on the outside. But he is not the only one to make a mistake. He is not the only one who lost some time here. So it is going to be Turbo still in the mix for some good points here on map number 3. Let's go a little further. Oh, Turbo with a mistake into the pillar he goes. And he's not going to make it. Turbo actually has to reset because he wasn't able to pass that jump. And he will lose out on even more positions. Very, very unlucky here for Turbo. Here we see Dunster. I destroyed a ticket machine who falls off the track. Gotta go to the right. He was able to see it here after the respawn. So a bunch of players actually not seeing the correct path. But Dunster still doing good here. He is on P11. Lars winning map 1, sitting out map 2 because it was his own one. And now he is actually doing pretty well on Stadium. Now about to pass Dog. Into another dirt section we go. Dog with the inside line attacking, while we have Lars taking it a bit more conservatively. And also here we see Bresso sticking his nose into the business. And he finds himself ahead of Marius once again. As I said, this is going to be important for the outcome here. Oh, but Dog jumps to the left! And that was definitely not the trajectory you wanted to take there. Dog will lose many, many positions with that mistake, unfortunately. So let's take a look at someone else. We have Xerex. Through a little magnet section we go. We have these magnetic roads. Xerex unfortunately making contact with the wall there and will get passed by a few drivers. Asteri is actually doing really well here. Asteri is on P10 on the stadium track. This is by far Asteri's best position so far. Up the magnet he goes. Gets passed by Dog now. But a very, very good surprise here by Asteri, even though he does struggle a little bit with the exit. Yes, sorry for autism. There you go. Okay, so Asteri doing good here so far. Also passing Dragon, who made a mistake. Spam in the lead by a small margin only. 1 second only for Spam to work with, as we see Taxon closing in now as well. Taxon really wants to get another 10 euros maybe. Keep in mind, there is a 10 euro bounty for the winner of every map. Right now, it is going to be Spam, but Voyager and Taxon are closing in. And we're pretty much halfway through the track, so this battle is going to be quite exciting. Maxi on 4th on Stadium. Actually, very good performance here for Maxi. He's not really a Stadium player. But a 4th place, definitely something he's going to be happy about. Lars right behind. Bresso, Dog, Marius, Xerex. So we have Maxi, Lars, like all of these players, all of these 6 drivers are all from Germany. So we have a very German-infested top 10 here. But let's take a look what's going to happen. Oh, both went wrong! Taxon and Spam both went to the left while they had to go to the right. And Voyager is gonna be the lucky dog right here. Voyager will capitalize on that. He did see where to go, and now he is ahead. He is ahead, and he is ahead by 2.5 seconds. Taxon maybe had cars on and was following Spam, but since Spam made the mistake, Taxon just did the same thing because he trusted Spam that he took the right route, but actually was not the case. Small respawn section. It is the only respawn here on this map, if I recall correctly. But that was definitely a blunder right there. Oh, Spam had to respawn again, but so did Voyager. This section also didn't really go into Voyager's favor. Spam having to respawn again. What is happening? Taxon also having to respawn here. A lot of mistakes happening here. All of a sudden, the whole race has turned around in the top 4. Players really struggling with this track as we see Voyager flipping as well. And Taxon is in the lead and about to actually win another 10 euros right here. Spam falling off again. What is happening? I think this map is gonna earn a lot of minus here. Everyone is broke backing all over the place. Taxon writing minus while he's on first again. Doing the same thing like on the Valley map. Taxon completely flexing on his lead that he was able to accumulate. But this has been surprising, to be honest. I really didn't expect this map to be that unclear. As we see Bresso now actually up to second place. This is bad for Marius. The situation is starting to look rather badly for Marius89. He's 8th. Turbo on 7. Lars on 6. Maxi on 5. Voyager on P4. Why am I stuck in Cam 3, man? What? Then we have Spam on 3rd. Bresso on 2nd. And Taxon still leading by a good margin. Oh, where did Dog go? Dog actually left the server. Probably a little rage quit right there. And now we're coming into a full speed section. Taxon playing a lot of full speed lately. So he's going to bust out those speed slides here to get that extra speed. Even performs an S4D. Taxon really showing that all of the full speed practice has paid off for him. Does a really good job here so far. And now we have a wall ride that Taxon was actually able to see rather nicely. Bresso has seen it as well. Now we have Spam. Does the wall slide as well. Voyager. Wall slides as well. Will Maxi see the wall slide as well? Yes, he does. Very nicely done. Oh, Lars! He didn't make it. Lars got confused. And will lose out on his position here. Gets passed by Turbo. Marius just went straight. Rollin saw the wallbang. Ender with the minus. Taxon still in the lead. What is the gap? It is actually only a second. It is only a second here for the top position here. Bresso with a wallbang. I don't know what the hell he was thinking there. But Bresso banging into the wall and loses out on more than a second. Because that is a place where you don't want to miss out on any speed. We're coming up to the final straight. And Taxon is going to be 20 euro richer after this XDRace final. Taxon wins the stadium map with a 10:32.8. Followed by Bresso. Spam on P3. Voyager on 4th. Maxi is probably going to be quite happy about this about this 5th place right here. Taxon ordering a Döner. Very nice. Oh, Turbo gets passed by Lars. And that is going to be one lost point right here. Lars up to 6th. Turbo on 7th. And Rolly gets 8th. So let's see how many minus this map is going to eat. As we see Detlef D. Soest coming in. FS section, bon appetit. Oh man, this map was a good meme, I think. But yeah, a lot of respawns, especially in that one section where seemingly everyone fell apart. So, yeah, let's see how the positions are going to look like. The finish timeout remains at 7 minutes. I think that's going to be a good idea here to have. Who else do we have? Let's take a look at slash records. Or does that not work? Wait, slash? Ah, like this. Okay, so we have the top 8 right here. Rolling getting 8th. Then we have Detlef D. Zoost on 9th. This is Ukemaster, who also got a pretty good total result in the season standings. Xerex on 10th. Marius on 11th. Hazard on 12th. Morpheo on 13th. Meme on 14th. Dragon on 15, Nico on 16, The Boss on 17, on 18th, Dunster on 19, and CC on 20. Taxon's map died for this, yeah. So I had the choice. I had 2 stadium maps that were suitable for the grand final. I had a map by Freder, this one that I decided to pick at the end. And I had a map by Taxon, which would have probably grinded your gears even more. So that one is going to be played in a future season of the XDRace. These maps are exhausting. They sure are. They sure are. Especially after that break. The unfortunate technical issues that we had. Not easy to keep the focus intact. And especially after that very exhausting Valley map. And now also this one was probably taxing the players quite a bit. So maybe the final map, which is going to be Coast Car, might be a bit more relaxing. Because Coast is slow. So a lot of drivers still on the track. We see Haagse. Oh, why is Haagse taking that? There's also a safe finish. Where's Haagse going, dude? Bro. Oh, he missed the checkpoint. Alright. So let's just take a look at some of the drivers here. Legionel on his way through the full speed section. Oh, Mr. Trolley Moly coming the other way. Oh, massive mistake by Legionel. Here we see Tom. Tom going at it. Also, Leo, thank you for the 9-month Twitch Prime. Tom now passing Lurk. Into the final corner we go. I hope Tom hasn't missed a checkpoint. He made a small mistake. Lurk will pass. The question is, did they collect all the checkpoints? Looks like both of them did. Tom gets 60 seconds right behind Lurk. An idea, Mr. riolu TM, for Season 3. Perhaps enforce checkpoint number banners so that players can quickly notice whether they missed a checkpoint. Itself, it's a good idea. The problem about this is that you can only customize the checkpoint banners in Stadium. So this would only be a feature that we could use in Stadium, but not in the other environments. So, if it's kind of a... I don't know. It's kind of half-assed that way. So maybe, yeah, like Firestorm said, maybe custom objects could be better. But I think maps should be built in a way that they wouldn't even require that in first place. So this map, or a map of this style, probably won't be in an upcoming season. Oh, Butifara made a mistake in the last jump. Oh no. Oh no. But he finally made it. Very nice. Okay, so not too many deaths here. We see Haagse, Vince Velocity, CB Tick, I think he finished. Or hopefully he finished. Petersoon, Legionel, Mr. Trolley Moly, riolu Smells Good, and Oladzi. Maybe Oladzi is actually going to be able to finish. Or is it Oladji? Or I don't know, this is probably Hungarian. I have no idea about Hungarian pronunciation. Will riolu Smells Good finish? Hell yeah. Perfect. That's what I like to see, man. Okay, Mr. Hungary. Is he gonna finish here? He's gonna take the safe approach? Let's see if he survived. I think he did. I think he did. Alright. I think there won't be too many other drivers reaching the finish line here. So 30 seconds of a little break before we go into the final map. It is gonna be Coast Car. If you're maybe listening and you haven't played Coast before, then one advice that I can give you, go very slow, release in every corner, do not use the brake inside of a turn, and don't steer over any sort of elevation change because that's going to make you slide. But the best advice I can give you is just to go slow enough. So hopefully that will help. We're gonna go on to the final map now. And it is a map that will have a very special twist. I have told you that this is gonna be a Coast Car on Lagoon map, but I haven't told you what kind of map this is. This is a very special map. It is a bit of a prototype for a potential Season 3. It is a map that will be... It will be... Drum rolls. It is a map by me. That's something I can tell you. And it will be a... Can it like pop up, man? The entire suspense is dead? Bruh. Hopefully the server didn't die again. Think he didn't. Ah, there you go. Laps 1 out of 2. It is the first multi-lap in the XDRace. This is a prototype, as I said. I am planning on introducing multi-lap tracks for Season 3, and I want to test this. So you're going to be my lab rats tonight. So a 2-lap... fuck off, Chem. Lap rats, dude. So this is gonna be a test. And yeah, if it works out, it is something to consider for the next season. Coast Car on Lagoon, quite a technical map, pretty slow. And yeah, this is gonna be a 2-lap track. 1 lap is roughly 7 minutes. So itself, 1 lap isn't too long. But I'm very curious to see how a potential multi-lap is gonna work out. So, very looking forward to this one. Final map of riolu's XDRace Season 2. Let's make it a good one. Hopefully, this will go just right. Taxon still leading with 275 points. Bresso on second. A tie for second, actually. Bresso and Voyager both with 268. Hazard with 254. Marius 251, who's probably going to benefit from Coast a lot here this time around. Xerex with 246, Mini Marina 242, Spam 241, 240, and Meme with 234. Off we go, spectating Roland. Roland did play a bit of Coast, so he should at least know how to handle this car. And off we go into a bit of a beach section, which actually does have a convenient speed limit, so you don't go too fast on beach. Oh, Roland sliding out. But he manages to stay intact. So good start here for Roland, finding himself on position 36. Going up to the front, Voyager is leading. What a surprise. Voyager also, of course, a United veteran, so he knows how to do this. Same for Maxi, same for Marius, and Mini on P4 right now. Nico making contact with the wall here, but he remains on 5th place, followed by Turbo. The boss right behind. Then we have Nobibo, Bresso, Xerex, and Taxon. So Taxon has the race win on the line here. And an 8th place would probably just barely enough to stay ahead of Voyager. So let's see what's going to happen. Down we go through a bit of a water section to slow the car down. And then we have one water bounce coming up. Boop. Pretty easy to spot that, just straight up ahead. Taxon with a good landing here. Manages to maintain a lot of speed. But Bresso with a slightly better angle, and also Nobibo with more speed up the hill, passing Taxon again. So Taxon isn't the most experienced coast driver, but right now it is looking very good for him. Eternity is right behind, then we have Hazard, CC, Dragon, The Boss, and Lars. Some players opting for the inside line here through the hairpin. A lot of players sliding out. Lars taking it conservatively with success. So he manages to keep the grip intact. Coast is an environment which is very slippery. An environment, or it is a car that doesn't have a lot of grip to work with. So you gotta be gentle with the steering. You barely full speed any type of corner, so you release a lot. You do use the brake sometimes as well. So it is an environment that makes good use of racing lines as well, where you really need to make sure where the car's limits are in order to take corners in the best possible way. So Lars is still doing good here. Let's go further up ahead. Voyager is still leading 3 minutes into the race. Marius on 2nd. Went up here passing Maxi. Nico still on 4th, but already 4.5 seconds behind. And then we have Bresso on P5. There we go. And also Spam is actually doing very, very well here. Makes a little mistake, and now we go up a twisty roller coaster block. It is a custom block. A long, winding left-hand uphill corner. But Spam does it nicely here. Manages to keep the grip. And so far, a good performance here. Now we go upwards here onto a little platform section. The boss versus Spam. Oh, Spam almost clipping that staircase on the inside. That was really, really close. Slides out on the exit. Little mistake there by Spam. The boss will capitalize. Goes up. But slides out. That's how quickly it can go here with the coast car. So this is actually intended as a wall ride corner. But I believe only players who are familiar with the coast environment itself will know that this type of corner is actually wall rideable. Maybe in lap 2, people are gonna start to realize this. Voyager still in the lead. Marius 0.9 behind. So very, very close fight. And also Maxi is trying to have a saying here. So 3-man battle for P1. Marius! Where did he go? Bruh! He just went to the right. He didn't see that you had to jump straight through the checkpoint. Marius yeeting himself out of existence and will actually lose 2 positions as a result. Turbo and Bresso now very close to each other here. Bresso with a lot more risk through that corner. Will now stay ahead with Turbo being left behind. Roland really good here. Roland actually on 7th place, but he gets a bit of an unlucky bounce here. Never seen that happen to me. I have no idea what that was, but looks like that was some type of bug. But Roland gets it right there. At least he's able to recover. Then we have, wow, so many drivers here. Super close by. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. A very healthy battle here for, what is this, P6? That's very nice to see. Roland, Spam, Turbo, Lars, Taxon. So, big names here. All fighting it out for some decent points here in the XDRace. That is absolutely nice to see. So as I said, it's a quite technical track. A lot of 90 corners. Not really a lot of parts where you actually go like full speed. Almost every corner releases a bit or requires some type of release. And all of the players seem to have gotten a feel for the coast car. Everyone doing a very good job here. That's very nice to see. Going a little further ahead, we have Lars, who is on the P9. Turbo with low speed. Might be the chance for Lars to pass. And Lars will have the advantage when it comes to the angle. Lars with a lot of exit speed, passing Turbo and Spam. And now through the grass section. Here's where the speed will kind of be nullified. Where everyone will come back to the grass speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour. Very nicely done here by everyone. We have this 4-man battle still going on for like 2 minutes now. Very, very exciting to see. Voyager in the lead, coming in closer to the end of lap 1. With Maxi being on second and Nico actually being just behind. So Nico with the best XDRace performance so far on third position. Marius right behind. And now we have this corner pretty slidey. Oh, Marius had he tried to save it right there. He did notice that he lost grip, but he wasn't able to save himself in time. And he will lack that speed over the grass section, allowing Bresso to close in a little bit here. Voyager, in the meantime, has passed lap 1 here with a time of 7 minutes 20.92. Maxi on P2, Nico on P3, and we're now in lap number 2 of the journey, built by me. So, unlike every other XDRace map that you only play once, because they're sprint maps, now you have a multi-lap, which means that your memory will be put to a test. How well did you remember the map, and how well can you adapt to a possibly faster lap 2, to maybe even go for some sort of overtake, which actually indeed happened here at the front. We have a very close battle between Voyager 006 and Maxi, only half a second, 8 minutes into the race. And here is now where, as I said, the aforementioned map memory aspect and just knowing how far you can push it after just having seen the map once, this is what is going to make the difference. Voyager with a really nice section right here, really balling it through those chicanes, and will get a little further ahead of Maxi. Boom! Voyager so close to the outside wall. You saw the skids. Those skids were just millimeters away from the wall. Absolutely nifty line right there by the Norwegian player. But Maxi closing in again with a bit more speed down the roller coaster through the water. He was able to shave off a whole 1/10 of a second. So Maxi is still within reach. Nico on third, Marius on fourth. And we have Bresso, Turbo, Roland, Lars, Taxon, Spam. So Spam has lost a significant amount of time, probably somewhere around the end of lap 1. Remember how Spam was in the mix here for that 6th place, 5th place, and now he's down to 10th with a 22.3 second disadvantage. But he's not being attacked right now. Dunste, Mr. I destroyed the ticket machine for riolu TM. Nobibo and Dragon fighting for this position right now. Let's go a little further ahead. Still this fight going on. Maxi has lost a bit of time towards Voyager here, unfortunately. Maxi now down to a 2.3 second deficit, and Nico is pushing it. Maxi with a mistake, and this is a terrible place to crash, because you see, this is a banked section where you need to keep a lot of speed. And Nico now obviously being in that advantage because Maxi has lost a lot of speed entering this section. White Shadow, not sure if this is an overlap or White Shadow was just sleeping, but we see White Shadow here in the mix as we see Nico also going wide here. Fight for second place, really, really close. Norwegian player Voyager 006 pulling away. Marius is now also trying to have a saying. Bresso climbing the staircase. That's not what you want to do. Free ticket up to P5 for Turbo. Bresso probably slid out towards the exit and hit the staircase. Lars now struggling with the grip a bit. Gets passed by Roland. So here we have the spiral section. Custom block made by Thomic Toms. Shoutouts to him, by the way. Here we see Turbo. He's on P5. Bresso on 6. And then we have Lars versus Roland for P7. And then we have a big gap down to Taxon, as you can see. Taxon leading this field, leading this pack, which consists of himself, obviously, Spam, Mini, Dunster, and Nobibo. Then we have the boss and Dragon PNTM sealing off the top 15. So here we're coming up to the aforementioned wall right turn. Nope, nobody's going for the wall right here. Lars struggling with the drift. Roland will capitalize on that. What is happening up front? Voyager still in the lead, having a healthy advantage of 3.5 seconds. Marius, did he learn? Did he notice that he shouldn't jump to the right here? Yes, he did. Marius, learning curve, point right, chart with upwards trends. Marius up to 3rd, passing Nico. Turbo with a very good 5th place here so far. He's going to be happy about the points that he's going to get out of this. Then we have Bresso, Roland, Lars, and Mini. So here we see the leader of the race. We are now approximately 12.5 minutes into the race. Voyager is leading as we go through this section another time. Maxi, Marius, and Nico. Really, really close battle for that 2nd place. We are almost 13 minutes in, and these players are not even a second apart. This is what I just truly love about the XDRace. It's just the fact that despite the players not knowing the tracks, they're so close to each other, and we see amazing fights. And we have seen that on the 1st map, we have seen that on the 2nd map, we have seen that on the 3rd map to some extent as well, and now we see it here on map number 4 as well. This is really amazing. Nico, however, struggling a bit there. He slid into the wall, will lose out on some precious time, leaving Marius and Maxi the opportunity to run away from the Frenchman. Nico now sliding again. Good reflexes though, immediately snapping out of the drift to get back into the grip situation, and will only suffer from a minor time loss right here. Bresso right behind Turbo. Then we have Lars and Roland still close to each other. And then this big gap, the aforementioned big gap, which is now being led by Mini Marina. Nobibo right behind. Then we have Spam, Taxon, Dunster, Dragon, and the boss. So these positions have stayed intact for the past minutes. Voyager 006 about to cruise towards his 10 euro and some valuable points in this race. He has a very good lead to work with, 2.6 seconds. I do not see Voyager throw this away. Marius is pushing it, but he slides out, and this could maybe cost him the 2nd place, as Maxi is now taking over that 2nd place, and Marius needs to completely ball in that last section now. But he's taking it easy. Nico sliding out. This is a bad place to slide out, but he is going to be safe on that 4th place. Voyager about to win map 4, and there he goes. Voyager wins with a 14 minute 32.19 and 10 euro for him. Maxi on 2nd, Marius on 3rd, Nico gets 4th, and then we have this battle. Bresso in front of Turbo, but Turbo with more speed with the overtake in the last corner, and Turbo passes Bresso right in front of the ending after almost 15 minutes of driving. Turbo gets 5th in front of Bresso. Then we have Roland on P7, Lars on 8th, Mini Marina about to overtake there as well. Nobibo sliding out in the final corner, and Mini Marina will capitalize on that. Mini Marina on 9, Nobibo on 10, Spam on 11, Ticket Machine passing Turbo here by passing Taxon right there by the looks of it. And then we have the boss finishing in front of Dragon PNTM. Taxon has lost this race here. He is gonna give this win away to Voyager 006. And yeah, understandably, Taxon will leave the server right here, even though he did cash in 20 euro in this race. But yeah, he's gonna lose out on this race victory here in total. Voyager wins the race here. We're gonna see the final standings after the map ends. But yeah, unfortunate ending to Taxon's otherwise amazing race. But what makes me happy is that the map got picked up very nicely. So that makes me very happy. That's great to hear. Let me move on here to the finish. To see all of the drivers closing in. Solzy. There you go. Tansar. Turtle Shell. There you go. Klovnius. MDF. Tom. Wow, sliding into the finish. Very nice. Nebo. Didjok. Janik. Bootifara now closing in, just wrote a little message. The small problem about this script is that the amount of points that are distributed for the winners and for the following positions is that it's based on the total amount of people on the server. So if people leave, the amount of points that the people win will also drop. Which is why I'm asking the players to stay up until the end, so the points stay intact as they were. Alright, but looks like nobody had big trouble finishing this track. Nobody missing a checkpoint or anything, so that's great. Haagse now about to cross the finish line here. There he goes. Why does it even matter? Well, think. Just use your brain for 2 seconds. When people lose points, then it will impact the entire results. Alright. RDG Spinner. He's gonna reach the finish line here. Not gonna be a problem whatsoever. 3 minutes 50 left, so that is plenty of time. There you go. RDG Spinner finishes the track. Congratulations. And then we are gonna have CB Tick. Is this Lagoon? Yes, this is Lagoon, but not with the Lagoon car. It is gonna be the Coast car here in this case. So there he goes, sliding on the grass, coming towards the end. And he will cross the finish line as well. CB Tick on P75. Do we have anyone else left on the track? It does not look like it. XDRace Season 2 is over. GG. This is it. It is done. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to everyone who participated. And it has been a good season overall. Thank you for participating, and I hope you had a